It is the liveliest, the most informative, the most exciting, the most entertaining show on radio. Of course, it is the midday show with me, Ify and Paula. I made it a point to call you Paula.
No, so you tried so hard.
Yeah,
you were trying to say Paula, but I like Paula.
No, I think we're going to stick with Paula. All right, guys, you know what we do on Tuesdays? We get an exclusive interview with some of the BB Naija crew talking about BB Naija All-Stars. And this week, as you know, Kiddwaya left the house and he's right here. How's it going, Kid?
What's up, guys? What's up? Lagos Talks. Thanks for having me. It's going really well, thank you.
Glad to have you. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm so blessed, so happy.
So I think, we should be saying welcome back to the real world after being in the house for a few weeks. And I think it's a few weeks now.
Yeah, 4 weeks. A few weeks sounds like you came and left. Like,
no, not like that. No, calm down. I think the first question we should be asking you is that we noticed that your girlfriend unfollowed you. How's that going? Because I know that a lot of times when the BB Naija crew come out of the house, the first thing is maybe your family, your friends, people that you missed so much. If you have a girlfriend, if you have a boyfriend, you just want to talk to your boyfriend to be like, babe, I'm out. Did you get that chance to say, babe, I'm out?
Yeah, we've spoken.
Okay.
We're cool. We're talking, and as always, family matters, and you just sort it out. I think when I get back to London at some point, we'll have a face-to-face sit-down, but we're good.
I like that you're good. Yeah, I'm such a hopeless romantic, so I love stories. But then I wonder, does this have anything to do with the kiss with Mercy?
What kiss?
Excuse you.
Look, you were honest with Ebuka. You have to be honest all the way. What happened with you and Mercy? Because personally, I saw that kiss, and if I could say anything...
Oh, you heard the kiss?
No, I heard it. And I saw Kid right after. I didn't see Mercy right after. But Kid, you looked excited. So I want to ask...
And you were hopping backwards.
Yeah, like it was like, oh, can I come for more? I'm joking. But hey, the truth is you looked happy. And I want to ask, was it all fun and games, or you were really into her at that moment?
What's that famous saying they say? It's like what stays in
Biggie's house.
In Ghana's house.
In Biggie's house.
So what happens in Biggie's house stays in Biggie's house.
Isn't that quite ironic? I mean, that is a reality TV, like the biggest reality TV show in Africa. So you're there and you know that people are going to watch you. We're literally looking at everything that you're doing.
Did you have some to drink with something?
First of all, one thing, I'm smart. I found some blind spots in the house.
So did you do that intentionally? Was this like a survey that you did when you got into the house? Or after a few days, you're like,
Look, kid, I'm always looking for an edge. And I've had multiple edge, and I'll post another tea later on. But like, even when I was HFH, I found a blind spot in the bathrooms. And
in the bathrooms?
Yeah, it's good. In a HFH, right, they've got the showers to the right. And then there's the main window camera, the guys behind the window with the camera, right? And there's one that's sort of attached to a corner of the wall that doesn't move. So what I realized is that if you close the door and put a towel over that that door, it blocks that camera. Then there's another one on this side in the hallway leading out. But then there's two bathroom doors that are open that are both frosted.
I wondered, like, how long did it take you to, like, did you go there to intentionally say, you know what, let me figure out how, I'm going to come in here to get busy sometime.
I just finished the shower one day and I walked out, closed the door, and I just kind of stood there. Sometimes it's peaceful, it's very peaceful, you just stand.
Yeah.
I just stood there and looked around, and it just hit me. I was like, damn, this is the blind spot.
Did you have plans to make use of those blind spots?
No, I had no plans to make use of
them. Did you spread the word?
I think I told some people. I mean, there's nothing big you can do about it because they literally have to alter the house. So
I just add more cameras.
Who knows?
I think now it's too late. I think it's like they're more happy that I didn't tell everyone. So not only a few people will know, but you need to wait ahead of the house to really go up there.
Now, speaking about a few people, speaking about everyone, we saw that you went around asking for pardons from your housemates. And we know that you were very clear about the things that you could possibly give to them, promising some people some trips, promising some people some money, meaning the money is not a problem for you. Now, with BB Naija, there's so many opportunities, but one major opportunity, which how they always say eyes on the prize, the money. And it's very important, especially right now with the fuel hike and the hike in prices and all that. So with you, clearly the money was not what's important, because you were promising people money, promising people trips. But then why did you feel the need to stay in the house? Why were you asking for these pardons?
So I've been saying this thing since day one. It's the fame and exposure I want. I've been saying this thing since the first time I entered Big Brother. That is the fame that I want. Because not in this life, not everything is about money. Not everything. Especially when you have it, you have other problems and other things to deal with. So I've said it's the exposure and fame I want for myself and for my companies. I don't understand why is that so hard for people to understand. Like, if you go into other parts of the world, money is even the latter of the conversation. It's other things. So when people ask me, I say, bro, I wanted the fame. That's why I wanted to stay in the house, and that's why I was campaigning for the pardon me to stay longer.
Okay. Maybe, sorry, Paula, before you get in there, maybe people are wondering, because we know that you come from affluence. This is something that you've been very vocal about, even from the first time you were in the Baby Niger house. And people always assume, if you get the money, the fame will follow. Or if you get the money, you could buy fame. But then people are thinking, since you have the money, isn't the fame supposed to be something that is easy to, achieve or attain, even without getting into the BB Niger house?
So the thing is, the fame is easy for me. I've got multiple shows in the UK that I'm already on. There's a movie that we're already planning on doing. So my brand is just as big as in the UK as here. It's probably bigger in Nigeria, to be fair, but it's growing in the UK. And of course, with the money, I'm able to then sort of like maintain that. And a lot of my friends are in the industry, whether they're musicians worldwide. So I already have all it takes to sustain the fame. But taking nothing away from the platform, it's still the biggest platform in Africa. So if it comes calling, I will pick up that call and I will come back. This is the biggest platform in not only in Nigeria, in Africa. People need to understand that. I'm not bigger than the show. The show made all of us, and I'm always very grateful to the platform and to the show. That's why when it comes calling, I take it very seriously, because it's Big Brother. It's the biggest thing. So me, I have no shame there. I'll come to the show. I want to stay in as long as possible. But the money was not what I wanted. If I had it, it would have been fantastic. I would have put it into my foundation and put good use to it. But it is the fame. It is the enjoyment. It is the experience. It is making new friends, because a lot of my work is to do with networking. So it's making new friends. And I felt like I was able to achieve those things, so I could leave happy. It would have been nice to stay longer, yes, but God didn't allow it that way, so we moved.
All right, now, Kid, I want to ask you, I know that in Big Brother's house, you lose a sense of time and so many things happen there. Now, you made some statements, Kid. I'm going to go over them, but I want to ask you first, because I want to know if people are, misunderstanding what you said. You mentioned something close to, a lot of people in this house wouldn't be in the same room with me outside of this house, So I want to know, was that, did it have to do with arrogance, or it is a reality? Why did you say so?
So a lot of the times people won't actually believe that, but I was, and people might find it hard to believe, but I was believing the show as well.
Really?
Exactly. I don't talk about it. So there's a lot of things that I take. That
this particular one, or the last time you were?
No, this particular one. Because people can say things to me anyhow, or get rude. As you can see, I don't raise my voice. I don't speak bad on people. I don't even argue or shout. Do you understand? So people also mistaken my kindness for weakness, and I actually soak in a lot of the problems and other things that are said about me. But on a normal day, and this is facts, because first of all, I'm not even around that much. I'm in a different part of the world with a different society of people. So on a normal day, when I said that, it's like, you guys can say all these things, but when you're outside, you can't. There's no lie there. So I think people don't like hearing the truth, especially coming from my background. But I don't care anymore, because there's a lot of times where I'm quiet, where I'm humble, and I'm just doing my thing, and people will still come for me. So I might as well start to show people my reality. And if you don't like it, go sit down, that's your business. But I will start to speak my truth, because one thing I believe is everybody should talk their truth. And I can't hide away from the fact that I'm from this background. I cannot. What should I do? Should I just hide in the corner? It's who I am. So that's it. I've got to start being who I am.
Now, speaking about truths, we want to know what the truth really is, because we did see at some point where you seemed nice to Lebai, right? But then on the flip side, it seemed like you were part of the conspiracy to get her third strike. And so we wonder, that two-faced action, so to speak. Is that part of the game? Was it a situation where you were part of it and then you changed your mind because you thought, you know what, I've been bullied, like you just mentioned, should we be doing this to someone else? What really was that? Because then people thought you were being two-faced.
What did you say? You guys watched the show, right?
Yeah.
So what did you see from the start to that point?
So I'll tell you, kid, right? We watched you during the lockdown, and if anything, you played the role of peacemaker. You were the go-to guy. You were easygoing. But right now, we saw a different kid. Now, it might have been a strategy, but we saw you play the role of an instigator, in the sense that you were very, very vocal about not breaking up fights, not playing the role of peacemaker. You even said that, times before where you tried to mediate, people would take you for granted and insult you, so you weren't having it this time. However, we saw you like the fight with Ilebaye and Sisi. You were very physical, obstructing any peacemaker, any potential peacemaker, like, don't break them up, let them fight, let them go. We saw the plan to trigger Ilebaye. And kid, to be honest, you were such a different person in the previous season you appeared on, or rather the previous edition you appeared on. So just see you, conniving, even if you didn't partake, but just being part of the mix behind it. It was quite different. Why was that?
That I've explained this a million times.
Okay.
The Money Point events, when we had to come up with a business plan, to speak about the business plan, there's an issue after the event with me and Ilebaye based on I think doing certain things to her, because we agreed to speak about my company, which is what we did. Then Paul wanted to know what the problem was, so we went into the locker room to explain the problem with the Money Point event. That's how this whole thing started. Then, as the famous saying goes, men mounted. Then the whole thing changed into this agenda for her, which I was no part of. So that I was just caught up in a situation. That's why I'm not really talking. Me and Cross are not really saying anything. And after that, we had a lot of drinks and I went to bed. And then EK, which would take responsibility for his own actions, did what he did. That's why I asked you the question, what have you seen from when you watched it up until that point? Why at that point, all of a sudden, I'm trying to...
sometimes when you're in the mix of something and not necessarily stopping it, it seems as if you're a part of it. And so that's the reason why the picture was painted.
But to stop what? What was it being to stop?
The
conspiracy.
The company
against Ilebaye.
Now, there were statements made by certain persons you hung out with more often than not, like Shay. You've already heard about the backlash Shay is receiving. Now, also, there was a time you both spoke and you mentioned, there's no wife material in this house. All the ladies do not cook, they don't clean, they're not up to my girl. A lot of people were offended because, kid, most people, the previous ideology they had. Yeah, it does.
That's interesting. You know what, Paula, let's just stop there for a second, because, this statement is a completely different statement from the other statements that Kid had made, right?
Okay.
Now, speaking about girls in the house not necessarily being, wifey material, they don't cook, they don't clean. So I want you to further explain that to us, what your definition of wifey material is and why you thought that these women did not measure up.
First of all, it was less about the cooking and cleaning. It was just more about the fact that the boys had to do it every single day, all the time. And it just got to a point where, we can keep, for example, the kitchen can be spotless. Within 36 minutes, it's dirty again. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm not trying to, say anything bad about anyone in the house that are still trying to compete, because I'm not trying to influence the outcome. But you guys saw what we saw, and again, anything I say, people will be offended by it because it's me. But there's so many things people say in that house where it wouldn't even be a conversation. So at this point now, it is what it is. I don't even care anymore. I just say how I feel, and people can take it or don't take it. But you're going to be getting a more honest kid, and a kid that's more expressing himself. So
now speaking about expressing yourself, we saw that it seemed like Shay was threatening you, right? And this caused a huge uproar from people who were viewing it, especially your mom. We did see that she had put up something, and she said, and I quote, "Shay or Shay, whatever your name is, once you come out, I'm gonna sue your bloody behind for threatening Kiddwaya. Thuggery, stealing, and gangster is not in kids' upbringing."
That's why I didn't even see it as a threat. I didn't even see what he said was even that wrong. Maybe it was the drinks I had that day. Otherwise, you would have seen my reaction. But I didn't actually get what the issue was. Me and Shay have always been cool in the house.
Okay. Have you spoken to your mom?
I have.
Have you doused her ankles? Obviously, that's Mama Bear coming out saying, listen, yes, I get it. This is my son is a man. He can make his decisions. But if you come to our territory, you know, you're going to get whatever it is that you're asking
Shay
for.
can't come on. Shay can't come for me now. His uncle or cousin is a very good friend of my dad's, Uncle Shegun.
Okay.
So there's levels above him, and he's not really... you know how it is, man. Shay can't come for... What are you coming for? We're friends. We're cool.
Now, speaking about friends, who would you consider to be your friend outside of the house? Like friendships that you might sustain or look forward to nurturing outside?
I think with everybody. In fact, even before I went into the lockdown, I did a party at Echo Hotel Crossroads, and I invited about 8 people from this set that came to my party, and then multiple other seasons from people that came. Then we all went to Buzz Bar after. So I like bringing people together. That's what I'm saying. Like everything that happens in the house is just going to stay in the house. But after the house, we even have plans to do a beach party in Ilache and other events I'm going to throw, and they're all going to be there. So all that is just in the house. I can be friends with everybody.
We saw a budding friendship. Like I know you were pals with Cross, right?
Yeah, that's my brother.
What about Perry? She?
Yeah, so Perry came to my party, by the way. So since then. I just liked him. He was very respectful, greeting me in the right manner.
What do you mean by greeting you in the right manner? I want you to explain that. Is there like a type, like a code for like greeting,
like hugs and
you know? I think you know when someone gives you love and greets you in the right way. You just know it's a feeling, right? Maybe my feeling is different to everyone else's feeling, but I had a great feeling when we met. So since then, I'm like, I like this dude because obviously when you see him online, you think he's gonna be this hard guy that's kind of like
I get it,
militant guy, but he was a very nice, respectful gentleman.
That's very interesting.
You love partying, but one thing we always saw, right? As the parties began, the Saturday parties, you run to the bar, and you always seem to be the mixologist. You're the mixer. You're giving out drinks. You're asking people if they're fine. You're topping their glasses. What was that about? Because I'm like, during the lockdown, you played the whole celebrity bartender. Right now, you're still in charge of the bar. What is it? Are you looking to open a bar or something?
So I've got a cocktails called Kiddwaya Rocks. It's in Echo Hotel on Crossroads, and it's going to launch in multiple other places, and it's in the UK as well. But I've always been, and this is actually what I do even when I do my own events, right? I'm not necessarily behind the bar, but I'm also the guy with the bottle,
making sure everyone is okay.
I've always been that kind of person to make sure, to make sure everyone's having fun and having a good time. So for me, it's okay. Everyone knows you need a bar guy to actually be giving people drinks, and I want to keep the drinks flowing and the ginger flowing. Do you understand? So that's why I love going to the bar and just kind of feeding everyone so we can have a good time and just have the energy keep going. So
you're a sociable person.
And I did that with the barbecues as well. I was the only one. I wonder who's going to do it this Thursday actually, but I was the only one that does the barbecue. So I marinate the food, I'll cook the food, and I'll serve the food. So the barbecue and the bar is one thing I love doing, and it's just a reflection of my personality to host people. So
fantastic. It's been great having conversation with you, Kid. We would have to let you go, but before doing that, there's a game that everyone plays when they come here.
I played it last time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I came in with Prince.
I remember.
Prince right here. We did our meeting together. Shout out Prince. And I think I know.
Okay, I like that. So you already know. All right, then let's get into it. Okay. So it's called Who's Most Likely To, as you already know. So I'm just gonna read out a sentence, and you need to let us know immediately who in the house this season you think.
Hold on.
3 seconds. Off the top of your head.
All right.
Alrighty.
It's just a name, right?
Just a name. Who is most likely to...
Cece. Whatever it is, it's Cece.
Why Cece?
I love Cece. I love Cece. Yeah, that's my girl.
Who is most likely to live a double life?
Perry. That's not even true though, you put me under pressure.
That's the whole point, Get into it.
All right, come on. All right. All right, go on, next one.
Who is most likely to join a cult?
EK.
Who is most likely to run around the Bibi Naija house butt naked?
Angel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is most likely to become a nun?
Tolani.
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
You want to take that back?
And none as in like you don't do anything physical.
I mean,
Yeah, church girl, right? No, I didn't tell any.
tell me. Okay. Who is most likely to rob a bank?
1, 2.
Perry.
Perry again.
I don't want to keep saying UK, but Perry be the mastermind behind it.
Who is most likely to win BB Raja All Stars?
Big Brother.
Oh, come on. There's no political answer.
Okay,
Cece.
My girl.
Your girl, indeed. All right, kid, thank you so much. Before letting you go, let us know what to expect, because, you know, you kept talking about your businesses, the things that you're working on, and obviously you needing the platform. So what are these things we should expect?
So obviously my foundation's out there, Kiddwaya Foundation. We're already doing a lot of things with Space Water Foundation, building boreholes. We're funding kids treatments that have tumors or heart problems as well. That's GIPLC, which are on my Instagram, so you guys can follow on that. And of course, I'm launching my business here as well, Kiddwaya & Co. So, and there's other things I'm doing within all of that as well. But I don't want to talk too much about it because I like to surprise you beautiful, amazing people. So just, yeah, we're going to have fun. But most importantly, I'm just going to live my life and be grateful and, you know, do my thing.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. All right, for those who want to follow the updates, how do they do this?
So Instagram's Kiddwaya, Twitter is real. What is a real Kiddwaya? My Twitter account is actually my name, but I forgot the password, so I had to change it to real Kiddwaya, which is so frustrating. But yeah, yeah, guys, just Kiddwaya, all social media platforms, and TikTok as well.
Fantastic. We wish you the absolute best. It's 11:31 and the show doesn't end here. More amazing content coming your way on the Midday Show with me, Ify and Paula. Stick around.